Alright class, we're going to start into chapter 7. Chapter 7, like I've said a few times, is pretty hard. So we're going to ease through it. We're going to cover section 7.1 is going to be 2 days. Section 7.2 is going to be the next 3. So to better start off here, I'm going to have you guys take out your journals. Anything I write down, you guys write down during the course of this entire break. So the first thing is, I need this box right here copied down. So pause the video, copy it down. Okay, so what this box says is the product of power. So chapter 7 is all about exponents. And what it says is anytime you're multiplying two things together with the same base, you add the exponents. Okay, so here we have g to the 4th times g to the 6th equals g to the 4th plus 6, which equals g to the 10th. 4 plus 6 equals 10. Okay, so anytime you multiply two things together that have the same base, you multiply it. Now, in order to better demonstrate this, we have to talk about a base and an exponent, exactly what they are, before we get to our homework here. So what I'm saying is, if I have x to the 2nd, x is considered the base, 2nd is the exponent. Okay, so if I have x squared times x cubed, that equals x to the 2 plus 3, which is x to the 5th. You add together the exponents, okay? So, another one may look like y times y to the 4th times y to the 5th. This has an exponent. This has an exponent of 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to go y to the 1 plus 4 plus 5, or y to the 10th is our solution. Okay? So, if I have, let's get one with some numbers in front here. If I have negative 2x to the 6th times 8x. Now with numbers in the front, nothing changes with these. We're still going to multiply these two numbers together to make negative 16. And then we have x to the 6th times x to the 1. They're both x's, so we can multiply them together. So x to the 6th times x to the 1th becomes x to the 7th, because 6 plus 1 equals 7. Alright? So another one here. And remember, you can pause this video at any time if you want and copy down and slow it down. 3y times 8y to the 7th. Once again, 3 times the negative 8 is a negative 24. Y to the 1st times y to the 7th gives us y to the 8th, and there's your solution. So the biggest thing you have to know is that if there's numbers in front, you have to multiply them, and then we add the exponents with the same bases. Now, the reason why I keep saying the same bases is because we could see problems that end up looking like this. So we could see problems that may end up looking like this. So 4u to the 9th times 4y to the 6th u to the 8th times 3y. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply all the whole numbers, or all the integers. So 4 times 3 is 48. Now we have to look at the same bases. So we have u to the 9th and u to the 8th, which makes u to the 17th. And y to the 6th times y, which is y to the 7th. Remember, we add the exponents together. 6 plus 1 is 7. 9 plus 8 is 17. So far, so good? Alright, let's do another. If we have 2x times 6v to the 8th times 4x to the 6th v to the 9th. First thing, we're going to multiply all the integers together. So 2 times 6 times 12, once again, is 48. X to the 1st, remember there's always a 1 up here, times x to the 6th is x to the 7th. v to the 8th times v to the 9th is v to the 17th. Almost the same problem as up there. Okay? And that would be your solution. Now, these problems can look as difficult as you want them to. So like negative 6. And give me 3 numbers.
5 and 3 and 6.
So if we have negative 6, x to the 5th, y cubed, z to the 6th, times 3x to the 1, y squared, z to the 4th. We're going to first multiply the integers together to get negative 18. And then we're going to add together things with the common bases. X to the 5th times x is x to the 6th. Y to the 3rd times y squared gives us y to the 5th. Z to the 6th times z to the 4th is z to the 10th. And there would be your solution. So honestly, it's not too hard. The biggest thing you have to know is that they have to have the same bases in order to add them. You cannot add x squared times y squared. That just equals x squared, y squared. These have different bases. Alright? But if you had x squared times x to the 4th, that gives you x to the 6th. Or y squared times y to the 3rd gives you y to the 5th. But if they have different bases, we can't combine them. I think that's it. So, go ahead. If you need to, pause the computer and start. Do your best. Thanks.